Live.
Hi everybody, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. It's nice today, isn't it? It's really warm out there. It looks like we're having a little bit of a heat wave again, which is nice. I think it was like 27 degrees yesterday, which was lush. Although Sarah and I are in the shop, so we didn't really see any of it, but it was still nice. It was still nice to know that it was sunny and see some blue sky, which was really good. How are you all? Hopefully you're all okay. We're going to be doing some sewing today. I know we had a really bit of a random day yesterday, didn't we? We took you around the shop, but we're going to do some sewing today, and we're going to make a foldable tote bag. Okay, so something that you can fold all down into a nice little pocket, and then it goes into your handbag. So because we're all about using less plastic bags and using less, keeping our environment as best as we can. This would be a really good one to use up old fabrics as well. You could use old duvet covers, curtains, things like that. Use up that textile that you've got in the house that you could end up in landfill. So we're going to do that in a bit. Who's coming online first of all?
We've got Eileen, Jean, Wendy, Lisa.
Hi Wendy, hi Jean, hi Eileen, hi Lisa. Fabulous. Thanks for coming online. For those of you who have ordered the Moda kit, they went out in the post yesterday. I know some of you are going to collect them from us. So if you were going to click and collect, they're ready for collection. But all the rest of it went out in the post. So you should hopefully have those either later on today or maybe tomorrow. Okay, so that's all your kits ready. We will send out that last week of September. We'll send out to you all by email a link to the private Facebook group and a link to the Moda website where you can download your patterns. Okay, you can't download them from us. You have to go onto the Moda website to download them. Okay, each day. They do stay on there, so if you do forget to do it one day, it's fine. You can do 2 or 3 at a time. Okay. So that's all gone out. So hopefully you all love the colours and all when it arrives. We've got 3 left on the raffle. If anybody wants to go, it is a £5 one, but it's a £200 prize. Massive, massive prize, and loads of new yummy bits in there. So there's 3 left on the raffle. So have a little look at that. If anybody hasn't bought one yet and you'd like to. What else have I got to say? Oh, daily deals. I've got 2 daily deals for you. Get this. Right, so first one is this panel. Okay, so hopefully Drew can get this. This is the Farm Charm Moda panel. Okay, so they were £7.95, I believe, but they're £4, and I've got 5 left. Okay, so you get all the animals. It's the whole thing, and obviously you could just cut them out and sash them. You could use them as placemats, you could use them on bags, you could use them on anything at all. And I really like them. If you're going to make like a really, maybe a baby quilt, or you do stuff for Project Linus or something like that, charity quilts, really, really cheap and easy way to do it. You literally just cut them out, sash them up and lay it all out. I quite like it as well because even though they're quite cute little animals, they're not baby stuff as well, so it would grow with a child. So they are now on the website. I've already done it. I did it this morning. They're now £4 a panel. And the other daily deal is these. So how many of you use fat eighths? Okay. If you do scrappy quilts, or you do a lot of applique, or you do small piecing, or you only need a small amount of fabric, fat eighths are brilliant for this. So a fat eighth is half a fat quarter. They measure 10 inches by 22 inches. Okay, so if I unroll this one for you, you can see you get quite a lot of fabric. You would easily get, if you're making masks, you'd easily get a mask out of that. Okay, you can, excuse me. You'd easily, you get quite a decent piece of fabric. You'd get quite a few squares and stuff out of it if you were, cutting down for things, for different projects and stuff. So normally fat eighths are £1.50 each, or 10 for £10. We're going to do it, and this is going to be a 24-hour only one, so I'm going to take it off this time tomorrow. Okay, we're going to do them as 10 for £8. Okay, so you would get 10 random fat eighths. Okay, you can't pick them. I will give you a mixture of solids and patterns and white and whites and everything. Okay, but you'd get 10 for £8. And that's going to be just these are going to stay on. The panels will stay on at £4, but these daily deal, it's going to be a 24-hour one, only one. Okay, so there's all sorts. You know, you've got all sorts. We've got solids in there. We've got Christmassy bits. There's all sorts of random bits. There's bits of Liberty in there. You might get Liberty Fat Eights. You know, all sorts of random little bits in there. Lots of different colours and things. We'll do 10 for £8. Okay, so that's website only. Okay, website only, not in the shop, I'm afraid. So because I haven't got enough Fat Eights to do it in the shop as well. Website only. Okay, but of course you can click and collect. So if you are local, you can order online and you can just come in and pick it up. Okay. What else have I got to tell you guys? Oh, don't forget the Christmas deal as well. Okay, so if you buy any Christmas fabrics, any combination of Christmas fabrics, as long as it comes to over £10. So if you bought an advent panel and then half a metre of a Christmas fabric to go with it, that would be, you know, about 11 quid. So it'd be over £10. You go into a free prize draw for a bundle of Christmas fabrics that's worth 50 quid. You've got 8 half meters in the bundle. So, you know, it's a really good prize, that one. It's a really good free prize draw, that one. So if you want any sort of Christmassy stuff, jelly rolls, layer cakes, all sorts, okay, have a little look on the website. So I think that's it. Anybody there? Anybody questions? Anything before we get started?
Catherine just said hi.
Hi, Catherine.
Marilyn says hi.
Hi, Marilyn. Marion or Marilyn?
Marion.
Oh, well, hi both of you. Hi, Marion. Cool. So we're going to have a little go. So we're going to do a tote bag, yeah. I looked must have been about 12 or 13 different patterns. And some of them are much of a muchness. Some of them are all very similar. But I thought we'd have a little go at this one today because, excuse me, this one just seemed to work brilliantly. It's a free pattern. And it's from Sew Me Something, okay? It's called the Croft Bag. It's a free downloadable PDF pattern. You get pattern sheets and you get a really, really comprehensive, there's more sheets over there, comprehensive pattern with it, which is all, you know, like you've got full pictures and all in it and everything. It's Sew Me Something is, sorry, excuse me, my asthma's bad at the minute, it makes me cough when I talk. Excuse me, there we go. Clear my throat. Sew Me Something is owned by Jules Fallon, who you might have seen at the shows. She did Sewing Quarter. She does a Chanda as well. She's done lots and lots and lots. She's got thousands of followers on Facebook, and she does amazing dress patterns. Absolutely amazing dress patterns. I've made and wear her cake dress quite a lot. I've got her Helena pattern as well. But this is a freebie that she's put on her website. It's called the Croft Bag, and it ends up like this, okay? It's a really good size bag because a lot of the foldable ones were quite little. And actually, if you're doing your supermarket shop or whatever, you want some decent size ones. So it ends up, I'm going to open this one out, in your bag like that. When you shake it all out, it does look a bit screwed up now, but it's a really good size bag, okay? It's a really nice, really sturdy, strong bag, okay, like that. And then when you're done with it, it all gets squished up back in the middle pouch bit, like that. And then you just pull up the drawstrings, like squish the bag in. Now I've used quite a thick fabric, which has made it quite bulky. The demo one that I'm doing, I'm going to do it in just a cotton. But again, this would be brilliant for using up on curtains, on duvet covers, all that sort of thing. And then you can just put that in your handbag, or just take 5 or 6 of them with you to do your supermarket shop. I also think it'd be a really nice little Christmas present as well. Really nice, easy little Christmas present. I used some of this lovely duck canvas. Well, it's not canvas, it is a cotton. It's 100% cotton, but it's like a heavier weight cotton. It did crease quite a bit. That's the only thing. It did crease a bit. I suppose I could fold it more neatly to chuck it in, couldn't I? But I absolutely love the colour on this. And I just look at those ducklings. I just love those. I just think they're beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And I just used a contrasting fabric for the pocket. Okay, it's really nice and easy. We're going to look at French seams today. Okay, so if you've not done those, we can have a little look at that. So we're going to start with the contrasty pocket bit. Now you would need a fat 1/8 which is why I thought I'd do the fat 8s for the daily deal. But you'd need a fat 8 for your pocket, okay? And you need 65 centimetres of fabric for your, like the body of the bag. And you can see you get a printable pattern like this, which you can just, it's really easy. You just stick it together and then you would lie that on your fabric and cut it out. And you need 2, obviously back and front, okay? So we'll put that one out of the way. I'm not going to start with that one. And then we're going to start with the contrast pocket, okay? So you might want to come up close here for me, okay? You cut 2 pieces like that and like that, okay? And then we're going to use the pattern to actually iron the lines in, all right? So we're going to go to the ironing board like this. And I'm going to, can you see it says fold line here, here and here, okay? So you're going to start by folding over the edges like that. Line this back up on your pattern on the wrong side of your fabric, and then you can fold the fabric over against that paper and fold your line and iron your lines in. Okay, so that way and that way. This is the thing I liked about this one. It was really neat as well. All the seams were enclosed in stuff, which I really liked. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat that for my other pocket like this. So on like that, and repeat for my other pocket. And then there's another fold line, which we're then going to do like that, okay? And then you're going to fold down this line here that says fold line. So I'm going to fold down that one. As you can see, I didn't sellotape it quite in the right place. That little bit keeps popping out. And you're going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to line it back up like that. And this time I'm going to fold it against. So I've got these ones in already. I'm going to fold it against that like that. And just iron down there. Like that. Just make sure that's tucked in. Fold that one over like that. There we go. Okay. So there's that one. So I've got all my nice neat hemmed folds, and all the raw edges are enclosed here, which is nice too. Okay, and then same on this one. I've got to just do that long bit. So while I'm ironing this other one, who's there, lovely groups? Who's there? Anybody having a chat?
No, I just said that would be easy to hang on the handle of my crutches without getting in the way of most bags do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, because it all goes through into like a little drawstring. Absolutely, that's a really good idea. Anything
else to try and make things a little bit easier?
This is quite an easy little pattern. It really is. Okay, it's and it's free. You know, why not? Check out. I will put a link to Jules's website on our Facebook page in a moment. But yeah, it's if you just Google "sew me something" and the Croft bag, it's a free pattern to download. Check out some of her other stuff as well. If you're a dressmaker, she's got some amazing patterns. I really like her patterns as well because for us bigger girls, they go right up to a good size and they're really generous and they're really flattering. Her Kate dress I wear a lot, and I would normally buy a 16 or an 18 in the shops, and I have to cut like a 12 or a 14 because they're really generous. So you know, if you are bigger, you can really play around if you need to do full bust adjustments and stuff like that. So so yeah, I really love her patterns. I've got several of them. I just wish I had the time to make more. So last little thing you want to do is, can you see here it says stitching line? Okay, so we're going to fold that over on that stitching line now, like that. Let's fold the pattern over. And again, it tells you all this in the pattern. Okay, and one last little thing is just to line that up like that. There's no point using white on there. I'm not going to see it, am I? There we go. Red one. Frick's-on pen. And I'm just going to draw down the pattern. Okay, so I'm going to line all that back up like that and draw down. All the way down like that. Okay, and do the same on the other one. Oh, excuse me. I am so sneezy. My dog is molting so badly at the moment. It's coming off her in clumps, isn't it, Drew? Yeah. Drew was just pulling bits off her yesterday, weren't you? He was sat there and he's just pulling, literally you don't even have to pull hard. You just do that with your fingers and it comes off in clumps. She's a collie, and when she molts, she doesn't molt much, but when she does, it's just ridiculous. makes me so sneezy. It affects my nose, so I am extra sneezy, and that's probably what's getting my asthma as well at the moment. Luckily, she didn't happen very often. So I've now got 2 pieces like that. It's all folded down, and I've got a stitch line. Okay. So any questions or comments there? Lovely. Well,
Suzanne said I love the Helena dress.
yeah, you've made that one, haven't you? It's fab. It's such a nice pattern. I've made one. I've got a lot of fabric to make others. And I also bought her the jumpsuit as well, which I think is Portia. I think the jumpsuit's called. Can't remember now, but I absolutely love the jumpsuit. Now, again, I've got fabric to make. Haven't had time to make it. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the front of the bag, and I'm going to try and do this towards you guys, actually. Let's do it this way. And in the bottom right corner, you're going to line up the triangle like that. Okay, you got that, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Okay, so you're going to line up the corner of this with the corner of the tote bag. And then I want a couple of pins, just so it doesn't move. Pin it in place. Okay, like, and put one in the corner. We're going to stitch down that stitching line in a moment, okay? But I just want to make sure they're in the right corners. So your second one, again, is towards you guys. You want to be, so this is your front, this is your back. You want to be like opposite, touching corners. So this was bottom right, this is bottom left. And you want to make sure that they go like that. So they're going in opposite ways, okay?
Suzanne says she's made 4.
You've made 4 of the Helena dresses, have you? It's such a nice pattern, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Really lovely. Okay, like that. And then what we're going to do now is we're just going to stitch straight down those red lines. Okay, on both of them, stitch down the lines. So we're going to whip over to the sewing machine. Anybody else there having a chat? What are you up to? What's everyone been doing?
So first is...
Anybody else there?
Andy Roberts says afternoon.
Hiya, hi Ali. So I would back stitch, or lock stitch at the beginning, okay, and then get that pin out of the way. That's not much good, is it? So, and then we're going to stitch down that line. We haven't done a challenge post for a while, have we? Let's do a challenge post since we're making a bag. Let's do a challenge post. We'll run it until the weekend, and we'll pull it maybe on, what is it today? It's Tuesday today, isn't it? Let's do a quick one. Let's do a quick one. I'll pull this Thursday, okay? And I'll find something nice. Maybe you can win this one, or some fabric or something. Let's do a challenge post. Let's see your bags, okay? Let's see bags, whether it's any style bag you've made, whether it's a purse or a handbag or a tote bag. Did you make a Moors bag? Did you sew along with Drew and make a Moors bag?
That was a while ago, wasn't it?
That was a while ago, yeah. Have you crocheted a bag? Have you knitted a bag? Show me what you make. What do you keep your knitting and all in? So so show me your bags. I'll put a challenge post up when I get back to the shop in a minute, and I want to see all things bag like. And we will do a little free prize draw and find something nice for the prize. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to go down both of those red lines. Okay, you could use coordinating thread if you want. I'm not bothering. I'm just using the white that I've got in the machine because it's a shopping bag. There we go. Okay, so stitch those 2 down. Take my pins out, and you want to give it a weeny press just to make sure that it's all nice and neat. There we go. So just give that a good press like that, and the same with this one. Where is it? There it is. Seems like quite a lot of fabric, but actually it's not too bad. It's quite difficult to keep on screen for you guys today. There we go. So next little thing is we're going to do French seams. So we're going to French seam all the way around the outside. So we're going to put these wrong sides together, which I know feels odd, but it's right. So we're going to put them wrong sides together like that, and you can see your pocket should be in the same corner. Okay, like that. Pin it, or use your clips or something, but just pin it all together so it doesn't move. and we're going to stitch from here. So I know this is facing me, guys, but from here all the way down the 3 sides. We're going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch, about 4 millimeters, 1/8 of an inch, whichever it is you use. Okay, I'm just putting all the pins in, just make sure this doesn't move. Anybody having a chat there while I'm doing this?
Sonia just said that was the first thing I made sewing along with Drew, making a Mole's bag.
Was it? Oh, Drew. We should get him doing something else, shouldn't we? The trouble is he's so busy now. He has restaurants back into full flow, so they are knackered and busy now. Okay, so we're going to go down here along the bottom, back up the side, and we're going to do a small 1/8 of an inch seam, okay? I know it seems odd sewing it on the outside, but it's because we're going to French seam it and turn it. So, okay, so I know that on my foot, on my general foot, actually let me just show you this, guys, hopefully you can see this. So it will be different for your machines, but I know on my foot, if I keep the edge of the fabric on this little, where the perspex hits, you know, becomes the metal here, so I know that, because I measured it last night, that for me is about 1/8 of an inch, because if my needle's in the centre, obviously not this side, if my needle's in the centre, it's my 1/8 of an inch. So I concentrate on keeping the edge of the fabric just along that line, okay? But if you're worried, just on a bit of scrap fabric first, just work out where your mark is, okay? So we're going to stitch down here. So talk to me, ladies, while I'm doing this bit of boring stitching. What are you up to? Anybody doing anything nice?
Rebecca says I'm thinking of making a couple of Christmas bags in this style.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, because they'd be really nice. Instead of like Santa sacks or something, you know, you could actually. I've got one too many now. You could do these, and then people have got this as a present as well, haven't they? You could order some fabric, go in the prize draw, your Christmas fabrics, and make them Christmas fabrics. They'd be gorgeous. If you've got old panels, you know, if you've bought panels like this and stuff, which you might think, oh, I loved it at the time, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. You could just use a panel on the front, so you've got a big design, you know. Lots and lots of things you could use for these, but I just think they're really useful, really, really useful.
Lisa says she's avoid mowing the lawn.
So I know I'm not a believer in blue jobs and pink jobs, you know, because I'm a hands-in girl. I'll do absolutely pretty much anything, but I hate mowing the lawn, and I do actually, I kind of pull the girly thing with that and make my husband or the boys do it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it, you do it.
Linda's making thread catchers.
Pardon?
Linda's making thread catchers.
Oh, thanks, Lind. Linda's doing some samples for us, ready for a chanda. There we go. So, sewn all the way round, okay? And obviously at the moment it looks really odd because you've got your seams on the outside. However, this is where the French seaming comes in. And we'll get that last 2 pins out there, okay? So, I'm going to pop over here a minute, groups. First thing you want to do is just nip off the corners to get rid of that bulk. Okay, so just round off your corners, just get rid of that bulk. Okay, just don't snip the stitches. And then we're going to turn it the right way round, like this. No, we're going to turn it inside out. Sorry, not the right way round. It was already the right way round. We're going to turn it this way. And we're going to push through those corners as much as we can. I'll just use the edge of my scissors just a second. I should treat myself to one of those really pretty turners that I showed you guys the other day, shouldn't I? Instead of using my scissors, it's not the best thing to use. Come on, get through. It doesn't want to get through. Really push out the corner well, okay? There we go. And then we want to iron. I've left a pin in there somewhere. Oh, come on. Where is it? There it is, missed one. And then you want to roll these seams. So you know, like when we roll a seam to get it to the top, okay, roll that seam between your fingers like that and get that seam right to the edge and press it, okay? So I'm going to do that now. There we go. All the way round we go. like that. Give it a good press. Oh, I thought I'd missed a bit then. I thought it all moved. It hadn't. Anybody else having a chat there? What are you all up to?
Jean just says mowing the lawn wouldn't be good for your asthma.
It wouldn't, no. That's my excuse. I'm going to use that one. Oh no, my asthma's bad, love. You're going to have to do it.
Lisa said, I will make these, make some of these for teachers. Teachers'
nice.
gifts.
Yeah, that'd be lovely for a teacher's gift. And, you know, it's a free pattern as well. And it's so well put together. It's, yeah, like I said, I'll put the link on to Sew Me Something when I get back to the shop. But, yeah, they're really nice present, actually, for a teacher. Definitely. So I've pressed all the seams out. And now we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to stitch again. But this time we're going to stitch at about 6mm or just about 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so for me that's just over the edge of my foot. You could use the little lines on your board if you want, or move your needle over, but it's what we'll do, because we've stitched a narrow one. If I just try and open this a second so you can see, because that was such a narrow seam, when I now stitch it 3/8 of an inch, it will enclose all those raw edges in a nice neat seam. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly do that for you. Anybody else there? Anybody else having a chat? Have you started your Christmas quilting yet? A Christmas project yet? Sounds like some of you are starting to think about it, but anybody else started?
Natalie just said contemplating going and reorganising the sewing room and building another, I don't know how you pronounce it, K-A-L-L-A-X unit?
Calyx unit.
Calyx?
That's one of those units, love.
Okay.
The IKEA ones, yeah? Calyx, yeah.
But
you can't go wrong with a Calyx unit from IKEA, can you? I don't know if you all saw, but the shows are definitely cancelled in October. They were umming and ahhing still about whether they were Malvern was going to go ahead, or the new one at Haydock, but they've been definitely cancelled. So no shows for us this year. No, we are all done with shows now. Hopefully we'll be able to get out and about and see people in the new year now.
Heather's just said hi, Sarah and Drew. Just realised it's Tuesday, not New York Beauty Day.
Yeah, so tomorrow, block of the week, we're going to be doing New York Beauty. So, yeah, it's Tuesday, not Wednesday. There we go. So, sewn that one all the way round. And that is now all nice, and you can see you've got nice enclosed edges on the inside. And when you open it back out, like that, all your edges, all your seams are all nice and enclosed there. It also makes it really strong. It also makes it really nice and strong, a French seam. Okay, so I'm going to push this all out. There we go. Trim those little thready bits later. Push this all out like that. Okay, and then you'd give it a little press just to press those seams out. We're now going to French seam along the top as well, the top of these handles. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to stitch them at 1/8 of an inch from the outside, and then I'm going to turn them and do them at 3/8 of an inch on the inside. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same on the handles. So I'm going to whip down these ones. Anybody else having a chat there? Anybody got anything to say?
Sarah's just said I had a hand in this fabric, but still voted for the duck one.
Yeah, I took the duck one in this morning and said, oh, this is what I'm gonna do today. And Sarah was like, oh, let's do a different fabric for the demo, and picked this fabric. But I think she likes the duck one. I think I might have to give in and give her the duck one. Spoilt she is. Okay, and then you're going to just press this to one side, this seam on the top. Oh, hang on, I've got my little iron all caught up. So just press that to one side like that. Okay, and then I'm going to just fold that strap, it's not a sleeve, and sew it 3/8 of an inch to enclose that. Okay, and then I'll do the other one. So down like that. Anything else?
Carrie's just said I want to sew, but my job keeps occurring. I know that feeling.
Oh, you want to sew, but your job keeps getting in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, what do you want to sew? What do you want to make? You don't really do. You want to game, really. That's what it is. You want to get on your computer. There we go. So that's one strap done. You can see you've got a nice enclosed bit there, and you've got a nice neat seam there. You could top stitch that down if you really wanted to. There's no need to, but you could if you wanted to reinforce it. And then I'm just going to do the other one quickly. So I've done the outside seam. Let's just press it one way. Doesn't matter which way you press it. But like I said, the pattern is so comprehensive. There are so many pictures in it for you to follow along with. I could probably have just gone, here, this is the pattern, and you could have done it off the pattern. You probably don't need me at all. It's a really well written pattern. So, give that a quick little press, and then we're almost done. We're almost done. They're so quick to do. I suppose you could, if you were making these for presents, you could do some embroidery or something. Sorry, my brain just went off on a little tangent then. You could like embroider someone's initials or something on here. You know, if you've got a embroidery machine, or you could hand do it, or you could do like a little bit of a plique or something onto this before you put this on, so people knew it was theirs, which might be a nice way of personalising it and stuff. Okay, right, we're now going to do a tiny little hem all the way around here and around this inside edge. Okay, now if you've got a rolled hem foot on your machine, this would be an ideal opportunity to do this, because you want as small a hem as you possibly can. Okay, and a rolled hem foot would do this for you. I don't have one for this machine, so I think I might have to get one. It'd be an excuse, wouldn't it, to have a play with something. So what you can do if you haven't got a rolled hem foot is you can start by just ironing in. Can you see the tiniest little turnover? Just a single hem, okay, like this. And you're just going to turn it over just a widgy bit. Okay, remember it's a bit of a curve, so it's going to want to pop out and stuff. But I just found by ironing it first, I hope you can see, it really is the tiniest little hem. What's that, like a 2mm, 3mm hem? Okay, and you've got to do that all the way around like this. There we go. Come up here. Now you've got quite a bit of bulk there, so just be careful on the top of the seam, by the top of the strap, by that seam, okay? And all the way down like that. What time is it, groups? I can't see. Oh, we're okay for time. I was just checking. Suddenly felt like I was talking. I've been talking for hours. Well, pretty much do, but here we go, all the way around. And I'm just doing a widgy little seam, a little press over. Hardly anything. Okay. Because we're going to fold it again, but you're going to do that as you stitch. Okay. Anybody there having a chat?
Ali's just said that she's downloaded the pattern.
Ah, fab. Lovely. It's quite, there's a lot of pages, so you don't necessarily, I mean, obviously you need to print off the template, but I think it's something like 20 pages, the actual pattern. So, you know, you can maybe just follow that along on your laptop or something. I mean, you can print it out if you like, but it's quite a lot of printing. So all the way up, nearly there, right back to the beginning, like that. Okay, right back to the beginning. So now I'm going to move this iron out of the way just a second. When I put it under the machine, okay, I'm going to roll it as I put it under the machine. So if I start up here, hopefully groups, you might need to come quite close, like here maybe, or either side of the foot. Don't know how easy it's going to be to see. So I'm going to fold this over again. Okay, so can you see how tiny that seam, that hem is? Put my needle in, and you want to stitch as close as you can to this, not, you know, like not right on the edge, but just in from this edge. Okay. And I would do it like this. I would do it little bit by little bit. So I'm going to, hang on, I'm trying to get this out of the way so you guys can see it. So that's the bit that I've ironed over. I'm just literally going to pop my nail just underneath and start stitching down. Stop, and then when I get to the next little bit, I kind of put my nail underneath it, so I'm just, hopefully I'll show you in a second once we've gone round how diddy this hem is. And again, fold underneath, kind of just tuck it under with my nail like that. If you haven't got nails, you could use one of those little stilettos, I suppose. Okay, but yeah, if you've got a rolled hem foot, that would be ideal for this project. All the way around that curve, because remember this is a curve, so it's fighting a weeny bit to go under because it doesn't want to. So you want to take it slow and steady and just go gently around this curve, literally what, inch at a time. Just gently do this so that I've got, there we go. Turn this way, nearly there. Okay. Now you've got a lot of bulk here where that French seam is, all right? So give your machine a bit of a welly and get over it. If it doesn't want to go over it, stitch up to the seam and back stitch really well and start the other side. But you should be able to, hang on, sorry love, I've got to put my hand there a second. Give it a bit of welly and get over it, okay? Do you see I just gave it a little bit of a tug? Not a massive tug, just a little bit of help. A bit of a helping hand. Okay. Anybody chatting there while I'm just finishing around this side?
Lisa just asked, could you just print out the pattern bit and not the instructions?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I would just print out the pattern bit because it comes as a separate PDF file. There's like a PDF file for the instructions and a PDF file for the pattern. So I would just print out the pattern bit, maybe save your ink, and then you could just open the instructions on your computer or your tablet and just read along then. Yeah, I started printing it and I was suddenly like, oh my god, there's like 20 pages to the instructions. It was a hefty old pattern. But the photos are really good. I mean, it was such an easy one to follow along with. So there we go. So nearly there. Nearly round this side. You can see I'm just making a tiny, tiny little hem all the way down. Oh, nearly there. Last little bit. This is the long bit. This is like the long internal seam. So it is. Oh, let's see. I've got a lot of bulk just there. So I'm going to just ease it through. There we go. Did you hear it then? Just, it really didn't want to go just that last little bit over that bulk. There we go. Okay. So I've gone round all the way around the internal seam. Like that. Okay, so that's all the way round both sides. So again, I would give this a little press, make it lie nice and flat. And then you would just repeat that process on the outer bit of the strap, okay? So I'm just going to give this a really good press so that it lies nice and flat. Like that. There we go. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Who's there? What's everybody up to today?
No.
Anybody? No? You're all quite quiet today, ladies. There we go. Give that a good press that side. And there we go. Okay, so you can, hopefully you can see, hopefully Drew can get this now. It's gone dark. That's me saying what a beautiful day it is. Can you see what you've got a really, really tiny, tiny little hem. Okay, like that. But it's all enclosed because it is a double hem. All right, and it does, you know, you can see there, it's a real little skinny one. And you need a skinny one to get round that internal curve. If you try to do a big, you know, like a normal sort of quarter inch, to give yourself a bigger seam, a bigger hem, all this would pucker really badly. Okay, so I've done that inside curve. What I would do then is just do exactly the same on the outside of the strap, there and there. Okay, not going to do that now. You know, it's exactly the same as that bit. All right. Then, oh, I've lost my bit of ribbon. I had some white ribbon. Where's it gone? Oh, I can't show you the... Where's my ribbon gone? Hang on, ladies. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. I brought some ribbon over with me to show you the drawstringy bit. And I can't find it. I've dabbed it down somewhere. Yeah, no, I can't find it, ladies. Right, I'll show you with a round bit of elastic I can see. But you would then... Now, in the pattern, she only puts one lot of ribbon on. Okay, she only goes through one side. So if I just use this bit of elastic to show you now. But I would use a coordinating ribbon, or you could make yourself a little rulu. What's the word? The little tiny, like skinny spaghetti straps. I think it's rulu. In here, in your contrast pocket, you've got a little channel now. Okay, so you would just thread through like this all the way around. So down this one side. Like, make sure you're coming out in the right bit, which I'm not. I'm trying to go in the seam. There we go, like that, and you'd continue round this side as well. Okay, like I said, Jules in the pattern just does one ribbon, but I like a double for drawstrings. Just find it easier. Okay, so. I know this is not the correct stuff, and it's elastic, so it's going to stretch when I try and pull it. But I have no idea where that piece of ribbon's just gone. I kept myself ribbon. So you would just do it all round like that, and then you would tie a knot in the end. Obviously, this is elastic, not ribbon. Okay, and then you would pull that up, and you can do it just one side if you want to. Okay, so all this would get shoved inside like that. Shove it all in. Okay, and then you would pull this up nice and tight. Okay, you can just do one if you want to, but I always find with one that they don't completely shut. They always tend to do that on the end. So where's the blue one gone? There it is. If you want to do it with a double string, which I find stays closed better, you start one side and you go all the way round and knot. Okay, and then you start the other side and go all the way round and knot, and that way you can pull. And I just find it stays much tighter, the closure, than doing just one. Okay, can just do one. You could, I suppose, tie it in a bow, keep them longer, but I would just do two if it was me. That would be my preference. So that's it. That's your little foldable tote. Okay, really nice, relatively simple and easy, quick project as well. You know, not hard to do at all. And I think they'd look really lovely. I think particularly if you use like a contrast, we were saying like maybe putting someone's initials or a little saying or something on there would be lovely. We have got this duck fabric. If you want the sort of slightly heavier weight, it's in the daily deal section. It's on offer. So that's there as well as kittens and puppies. So any questions or comments there, guys? Anybody?
Linda's just said maybe Linda's done her tidying up.
Maybe. It's all right. I dab things down and Linda tidies up behind me, and then I go to get it and I go, where that's gone? She goes, oh, I've just put that away. I was like, I was using that. That's what she means. Linda's been tidying up. You can come and tidy up my sewing space, love. It's a bloody mess at the moment. But yeah, that's your bags done. Anything else there? Anybody else having a chat?
Rebecca says love them and says fab. That's right.
They're a really, really nice project. It's a really nice, like I said, really nice pattern. And of all the ones that I found out there, looked on Pinterest, Google, all the rest of it, it was a proper pattern. I know it sounds silly, but a lot of them were a little bit scrappy. Do you know what I mean? As in, you know, somebody had just kind of, cut out this, cut out that, sew together. But this is a really comprehensive pattern, which I thought, you know, for those of you maybe not made tote bags and stuff before, it was a really good idea. So I will put the link for the pattern off to Jules's website, Sew Me Something website, on our Facebook in a moment. Please do download that and have a little look at her other patterns as well, because she does some amazing stuff. Any other questions or comments there?
Gina said it looks really easy.
It really is. Really, really nice and easy to do. Have a go.
But that's about it.
Yeah, cool. Fabulous. I will see you tomorrow. We've got block of the week. And yeah, we're going to do New York Beauty. Okay, which is something that's been requested. So we're going to have a little go at that, okay? So we'll see you then. I'll see you 1 o'clock tomorrow. Don't forget this raffle. Don't forget this daily deals, fat 8s and the panels, and Christmas fabric offer as well. Free price draw. I'll also put the challenge post up as well. So you've got lots to get on with this afternoon. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.